Hello, and we are back with another Fights Freeze 12 video. It's been a while since I've done one of these. There is one new thing today, and a bunch of things I don't think for this that I kind of do want to talk about just while I'm here. So, the first thing, of course, is a recap. This time, it's been a while since we've been through everything, so I actually don't mind doing a recap today. I forgot to change my sound settings. That one, I think. Okay. To start off listening, so first off, Riskin made this post a bit ago, saying first teaser from the project Forgotten Names and Faces with the tags Who Will Catch You When You Fall Into the Abyss, with this track called Elegant Surrender. I am going to play it just in case you haven't heard it, want to be properly caught up, or just want to listen to it again after a while. But you know, it's the recap, you can always just skip this section if you really don't want to hear this again. Pretty nice track, and at the time, people were suspicious because of a few things. One, Elegant Surrender was like a piano cover of the track Gracefully Into the Abyss, which is what the hashtags are referring to as well. So that's the track from Hell Pointed 2, by the way, for Princess Quest 4. And this teaser, Forgotten Names and Faces, is FNaF. This is an FNaF project, because you know the acronym, like Forgotten... Oh shit, don't bing me. It's Forgotten F Names... fuck's sake. Those buttons get... I swear that button got bigger. I'm not hallucinating. That's being kept in. That button's getting bigger when I move away from it. Oh, I don't like that. Anyway, the F, Forgotten Names and Faces, the N, Names, A, and F, Faces. I lingered on this way too long. So, follow up. Riskin also posted no more obvious hashtags except credit to Tom Wildif. At this point, it was kind of a crack theory this was going to go anywhere. To the point in my first video, I kind of wasn't expecting to do more. He did do a follow-up, and this is a poem titled Abyss. This is only one excerpt from the poem, but the excerpt reads, "In deepest, darkest depths of my despair, I find myself without a saving grace. A pendulum of pain prevents my prayer from rising upward to the dead of space." On the same day, DJ Sturf also made a comment in response to playing Secret of the Mimic in Into the Pit game on his YouTube channel saying, "Lol, no problem, I do have those two on my to-do list though. I'm not likely done with YouTube at all, so hopefully I will become a forgotten name and face," or something similar like that. So once again, at this point in time, it was just Leon Riskin, but now we have DJ Sturf as well, who's an official playtester for the series. So this is something that requires whatever this project is something that requires playtesting. It was pretty much at this point that I considered this confirmed that this is for the next Five Nights at Freddy's game. So the implications of that are interesting because one, there's like a weird piano cover of Gracefully Into the Abyss, which is a weird choice. However, it is actually more interesting now with some things we're going to talk about today. So there are actually some new things, as I said, and it does kind of tie into that a little bit. I'll cover that a little bit later. This is a poem that could kind of be read two ways, in my opinion. One, this excerpt in itself about someone without having a saving grace and being in despair makes me think of Cassie, and there's other things too later on that we'll also talk about that also make me think of Cassie. But also the full poem is more about guilt, to which it kind of makes me think of Edwin. So again, some ties between some characters. That if this is something, which I think it is why it's in this little folder. We don't talk about this one, which is more recent. Elevators Can't Be Trusted, Take the Stairs. This track isn't interesting in itself, it's just a royalty-free track that Leon made a bit ago. But the interesting part's in the hashtags that mention Betty Lou Oliver. Now, Betty Lou Oliver is the woman who holds the world record for surviving the fullest elevator. Sorry. She survived the biggest elevator drop. The biggest elevator drop and survived. I hope you know what I'm saying there. I kind of screwed up saying that. So that's another thing that makes you really think Cassie. And if there was any doubt in my mind, because this could have been a spin-off game up to this point, if there was any doubt in anyone's mind that this was about anything other than Five Nights at Freddy's 12, well, I mean, that's a pretty clear Cassie connection right there. It's not going to be a spin-off. Like, it's definitely Five Nights at Freddy's because DJ Sturf and Leon have both talked about it. So 2 different people in the franchise have talked about it, so it's definitely Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's definitely Cassie. Like, this is definitely ties into Cassie, it's definitely the Ruin continuation. I've covered this before in a previous video, but this is why we think that. I've gotten a few comments of people saying that, hey, there's like no evidence or any connections to the Five Nights at Freddy's whatsoever in these things. There are, if you actually watch the videos, which, to be fair, you're probably not if you're making those comments. You're probably just commenting being mean. But, now the more recent one. This one's actually the most recent thing that I actually am confident is connected to this, which is, for some reason, Leon Riskin teased posting a version of Demolition Inevitable, a track from the end of Sister Location, and for some reason he responded to a comment saying orange is the new blue, which normally wouldn't. It's a weird comment to make, because blue is like the color palette for Sister Location, and orange in Five Nights at Freddy's is heavily connected to the Mimic. That's like the Mimic's color. So you go, the Mimic is orange, Mimic's eyes light up orange. In the Security Breach trailer, when everything was affected by the Mimic program, the eyes lit up orange. Orange is pretty much connected to nothing other than the Mimic. So it's very interesting that it's like Mimic imagery is the new blue imagery, which kind of ties into a theory that I've been saying, that Cassie fell into Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals. However, also that Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rentals used to be Murray's costume manor. That's kind of the theory that I've been going on these last few videos. Now, normally I wouldn't have done a video on this. This is such a small thing that I didn't really think this is big enough for its own video. It just kind of reiterates something I've already been saying. Like, as I said, you could already make the Circus Babies and MCM connection from Secret of the Mimic itself. And you could also already make the guess that one of those two, if not both, if they are the same location, is where Cassie fell into. Those connections could already be made without any teaser. So this wasn't something that I found very interesting. But there were other things that have been posted that I think are worth bringing up. But first, there's a few things that are missing from this. So if you've been following all these videos, you'd probably know that there's a few things that I just haven't kept in this folder, because I've found out that they are not relevant. So for example, a few joke comments that I thought weren't actually important. Andy Field, I think, made a comment that ended up not being related. But also, there's a bunch of... Oh, sorry, then the other thing that was more recent is a Halloween video, which played a bunch of new Sister Location tracks. And there was a lot of suspicion of, hey, why is there new Sister Location tracks? Well, Leon Riskin has actually just started posting them in their early versions of Sister Location tracks. Every now and then, Leon will just post early versions of tracks, and that's exactly what this is. So it's not actually anything too crazy. It's exactly what I thought it was when I did the video. It's why I didn't do a recap. It's why I didn't talk about hey, this is Five Nights at Freddy's 12 in that video, because I didn't think it was. And now that Leon started posting, full version Demolition Inevitable and other things, it's definitely leaned into that Halloween video was not related, just like I didn't think it was. So it is just Leon posting early versions of these tracks. Speaking of Leon Riskin posting, let's actually start with that. So first off, I'm going to start here, and he just teased he'd be posting Demolition Inevitable, and then later on, posted the full version of Demolition Inevitable from, the Halloween video. It's just the full thing, but without the Halloween stuff over top. So I assumed, okay, then he's just going to post the other Sister Location tracks, which is what would happen. You get this teaser where this is called Nocturne, so basically just teasing he's going to post Forbidden Nocturne, and then he does. This is irrelevant, but it is a really, really cool teaser. I have no idea, I have nothing to say about this, except it's kind of cool. Nothing to do with the contents of today's video, but it was just here while I was scrolling, and it's kind of cool, so I wanted to bring it up. Now you get this, and this is kind of that weird thing of, hey, wait a minute, this is exactly what I thought it would be. This is the original version of Forbidden Nocturne. Again, if you've seen the Halloween video, you would have already heard this. So then what the fuck was this? And at first, when I first scrolled past this, I just heard the first couple of seconds and was like, yeah, it's the early version of Forbidden Nocturne. Big mistake, I only listened to the first couple of seconds. Just wait for this. See what I mean? Like, what the fuck was that? Like, I just, I literally have nothing. Like, this is a weird enough thing that even though I wasn't confident this was about the next Five Freddy's game, it was weird enough that's like, I kind of had to talk about it, right? So the reason why I'm skeptical of this being Five Freddy's related is because there's just nothing here that really directly connects it. Like, aside from the fact it's Forbidden Nocturne, these numbers just literally say hashtag, there's nothing here. The interesting part's just in the audio. Use headphones. If you wouldn't listen to that in headphones, the footsteps went from left to right. At the end, there was like, sorry, the thumping, like heartbeat footstep, whatever it was, went left to right. The footsteps near the end was some guy walking from right over, and a big bang happened to the left side. It's like, it's weird. Also, the big roar happened on the left side too. The roar at the start, I think. Was that left? Wait, was it? Hang on. My mistake. The knocking happened on the left side. The roar happened at the right side. So a good thing I double checked that. So it's really weird. I don't know what to make of it. Genuinely. I genuinely don't know what to make of it. Because let's assume, for example, let's just assume this is Five Freddy's. What can you even get out of this? There's, I mean, someone is in trouble. There's a monster, I guess. Oh yeah, right, I just didn't even address the music. This end part of the song, which I can't believe I forgot to talk about then, it's just the dungeon theme from Five Freddy's World that plays in all the caves and stuff. Well, in all the caves, minus like, I think there's one cave that has a unique track, but other than that, all the caves play that song. So it's really weird that they've had this weird stuff and then the cave theme from Five Freddy's World. I want to talk more about this to the point where I don't want to end this video here. But I genuinely just don't know what this is. This is the real version of Forbidden Nocturne, the full thing. It's kind of the latest thing. What is this? This is so minor that I'm just going to take it out of this, because I just don't really care. Comments. I don't know. Guys, I don't know. So, I know it's an unsatisfying way to leave off this video, but I don't know what the hell I just witnessed with my ears. I don't. So, if y'all have any ideas on what the hell this is, let me know. Because this is really the interesting part of this video. I know I tried to frame this as a Five Freddy's tour video because orange is the new blue, but this is the weird thing. I'm just going to end it off. Let me know if you have literally any thoughts whatsoever, because I've got nothing.